It's finally here, the end of 2020, and I'm speaking on behalf of all of us. This year was memorable to say the least.
This is truly an unprecedented situation.
This virus doesn't discriminate.
Every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead.
But one great thing that came out of 2020 was when I got the chance to become the host of Embroidery Hub. Thank you. And not to toot my own horn, but this year was also the year of our best episodes to date, at least in my opinion. So to celebrate all that we've achieved this year on the show, let's take a trip down memory lane and look back at my first episode as your host and the following episodes that I'm calling Embroidery Essentials. Let's jump right in. And we have a lot of demand for face masks. We like to show you guys how to make them yourselves. Mind you, these are for homemade face masks. They're not going to be pharmaceutical. And we're gonna burn the corners just so that it doesn't unthread itself. Just a little bit, just enough. If you turn it towards the back, you're gonna have an open space for you to put your filter. And also the design is gonna be on the description below. If you liked what we did today, please. But for this episode, we're tackling on face masks, this time using our forehead machine to show you how to quickly create face masks for mass production. All right, so we have the total of 16 masks. We have a couple different strap colors, and we're pretty much set. So that's a lot of masks. Today we're gonna be doing gloves. This is gonna be reusable gloves. At this point, I'm going to press the start button and let the machine do its job. All right, we're all set. All right, as you guys can see, it's all done. Now I'm going to just take off the hoop and start cutting around the edges. All right, so now that we have them cut on the edges and all around, nice and neat, we're gonna flip them inside out. And that should be it. But remember, we're gonna do a design on it. We're gonna do some embroidery design on it, just to personalize it a little, okay? Okay, and here we go. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Embroidery Hub. I'm Willie, and this week we're adding another hot item to your embroidery shop by teaching you how to make holders for travel size hand sanitizers. All right, so the total time to make this is going to be 10 minutes for just one holder. All right, so that was pretty fast, right? Now all we have to do is just take your hoop off and cut around it. All right, so let's take off our hoop. So you see this square? This is the trace where you're going to be putting the strap. We're all set, guys. Let's go ahead and start trimming around it now. All right, so here we have the Velcro. This is the last step. We're gonna be putting the Velcro right in the middle of the star, and we're going to be flipping it over. And that's it. You guys can do this with any machine. We're gonna be posting. The episodes we just showed definitely make 2020 unique, but this next category of episodes are hands down our favorite, and judging by the likes and comments they received, they're most likely your favorite too. If you want to check out these episodes in full, we've linked them all down in the description below, so definitely check them out after you watch this video. Now let's jump right into the category that I'm calling crowd pleasers. This time I'll be showing you how you can achieve a record-setting 3D puff on a Richardson cap using 3 layers of 2.5 millimeters of foam, like this. Typically we use 3 millimeters, 4 millimeter foam used for a 3D puff, and some have even doubled up 3D foam to achieve a 6 millimeter 3D puff. But what we're gonna be attempting is even higher than that. We're attempting a 7.5 millimeter of height. We're gonna be lowering our cap drivers and we're gonna be raising our presser foot. Just move it towards the center. And there you go. A little bit more. Okay, that's perfect. All right, so the next step is getting your foam and putting it right on top of the cap. And I like to hold it down with just a needle, poke it in there. And then we use the other needle on the other side. It's all done now. What we have to do is just take it off. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my God. Now let's go ahead and measure it now. And right on the seam, we are a little bit, just a little bit over 1/2 inch. So you can see right there.
So a lot of you guys have been asking how to do chenille embroidery. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little hack for embroidering a faux chenille applique on this Letterman jacket. Alrighty, so we are all perfectly hooped up, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert this into the embroidery machine. I'm proud of this work. I would call this a job well done. Alrighty, so I went ahead and finished cleaning this up and it honestly looks so great. I am so happy with how it turned out.
Hey guys, it's Willie here again. In this episode of Embroidery Hub, we're going to be showing you how you can embroider multiple designs on a cap in different places without having to rehoop the cap. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and press the trace button. And after pressing the trace button, we're ready to go and press the start. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. This is how you can embroider on the front and the sides of the cap in one run, saving you a bunch of time and making you a little bit more. Woo! I love seeing that 270 degrees cap rotation in action. This is by far one of the coolest features in our commercial machines. And did you see how high the 3D puff was? I'm impressed. Speaking of impressed, our next category of episodes is by far the most impressive because in this category, we took challenges head on. Machine heads, that is. Roll the tape. The hardest in this embroidery industry, the most difficult part to do is the caps. And then the most difficult caps are the Richardsons. You see that? How it just pops back up. So when it does that and the needle starts going down, that movement will move the needle just a little bit and then it will hit the needle plate instead of going through the hole. So then that's when you get that issue. Just a little movements like that will cause the needle to break or will cause, you know, even thread breaks or shredding. So get your Allen keys and get your pliers because it's gonna make it easier for you. Watch this. All right, so you're gonna use a long part and you're gonna go right in here, right? Once it's locked in, you grab your pliers, right? Loosen it and do the same thing for all 4, right? Directly from the front, you're going to see how I can move this up. You see how high it is now? Or I can move it down, right? This line will tell you where the center of the cap is, right? And then I like to pull it down. So what this does, once I do this, it gives it less movements on the top. Let me bring this completely out so I can get the most grip that I can. I'm gonna go all the way around. So once it's on the brim, you always lock the first one, which is this one on the side. This will not let it move back or forth. So this is it. Just gonna get it. Take it off. Do any snippings if you need to do any snipping. If not, right? So any little tails that you can't get with your snips, this will burn it off and it'll make all the edges nice and crisp. It'll look very detailed, and that's what you want to see. Oh man, this is nice. There you go. Yep, I'm still embroidering. Why, what's up?
Awesome. I actually have a family reunion coming up at Disney World, and I'm looking to have some hoodies embroidered for the kids.
Okay, and just to give you a quick summary of what I'm saying here, the design is 4 Lego faces on the left chest, and under that we're gonna have the initials. And the back of each sweater, we're gonna be having the reunion, which is what he wants to put, reunion, with the number 2020. So all of this needs to be done before Friday because we need to overnight it so it can get there by Friday morning. Okay, hey, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Like how it looks.
The next day.
All right, so in total, I'm going to have 4 runs on the dual head and then 7 runs on the single head. Now I'm just waiting for those 2 to finish so I can throw 1 in the single head and start hooping for the next set of hoodies. Nice. The second one. I was going in like McGregor. I was ready to win.
I think he gets a little too confident sometimes, so that's probably his weakness in this situation.
Yeah, I was gonna crush her for sure.
Am I intimidated by Willie? Not at all. I've done so many machine trainings for customers. I also digitize.
Oh, the whole time I was there like, come on, baby, you got this. Come on.
Really need both of these to finish.
I was a little bit worried. Yeah, definitely. The mental game was more between the machine and I.
When they kept calling the time, I was getting a little scared.
Oof. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I said, oh man.
It was like major go time.
Oh my god, I don't know what you guys are gonna do.
If you took anything away from these episodes other than that Richardson caps aren't so bad, remember that embroidery can seem very challenging at first, but that's why I'm here to provide you with these tutorials so that you can take any projects on your own. And if you want to see the winner of the Cap Embroidery Challenge, check it out in the comments below. Our next category is also a challenge for some embroiderers, and that is digitizing. This next episode is just a sneak peek of many more to come where I tackle the digitizing process head on and teach you a step-by-step on how to digitize your embroidery projects. If you have a project that you want to see digitized, leave a comment below. Now let's jump right in. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Willie, and today I'm gonna be doing a special series that's gonna be all about digitizing. Because let's face it, when you're just starting out in embroidery, most people outsource this step. But no matter what, if you're doing digitizing or if you're outsourcing it from someone else, you still need to know the basics of digitizing a good patch. Now you're gonna see how it starts off from one side and then it goes from the bottom and then it does the top afterwards. Now the next thing I need to edit would be this area here because it looks very messy once it's embroidered. So I'm going to go ahead and delete most of this and just leave one plain color. Okay, so I'm going to select my complex fill. I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to mirror it, send it over to this side. Alright, so it looks like we're done. Let's go ahead and put the USB in, insert it, and choose the design. Alright guys, so here we have the finished patch. As you can see, now it looks nice and neat. Now we can use this either to put it on a sweater, or you could put this patch on a hat. Now for our last collection of Embroidery Hub favorites of 2020, we decided to feature some of our most impressive and artistic episodes in this category that I'm calling Embroidery Masterpieces. These projects are by far the more artistic and challenging that I've had to do on the show, including when I had to combine embroidery and printing in one project multiple times. So here they are again. Check out the Embroidery Masterpieces of 2020.
Hey guys, in today's episode, I'm going to show you the most efficient way to embroider a design with more than 15 colors.
In today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can do sublimation on a 3D puff on a cap. Hey guys, it's Willie here again with another episode of Embroidery Hub. Today I'll be showing you a creative way to add dimensions to your designs by simulating the look of applique embroidery using only stitches rather than fabric to create the fill. This technique is not only a creative way to add visual interest to your design, it also adds more value, which you can subsequently charge more for. I'll show you how you can simplify the design in the digitizing process to create the fill and the sequential steps to achieve this effect on a cap. Hey guys, Willie here again with another episode of Embroidery Hub. As you may know by now, creating personalized goods is a sure way to increase your profit potential and keep your customers coming back for more. But to accomplish this, you need to be able to really impress your customers with something unique and breathtaking. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how to do a photorealistic embroidery, and afterwards we're going to be framing it. I'm going to show you a unique embroidery technique that allows you to transform a digital image into an embroidered piece of art. Now, to demonstrate how to do this, I'm going to be using the Ricoma's Chroma Luxe digitizing software to auto-digitize a picture using a random stitch fill. After watching that again, I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed with myself. But enough about me. I truly hope that you've enjoyed these episodes so far, because in the end, we do these all for you. So if you have any suggestions for future episodes, make sure to comment down below. And once again, all of these episodes featured here today will be in the description below for you to access. So remember, we're also on Facebook, so be sure to follow us there and join our group, Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery, where we now have 20,000 followers. And follow us on Instagram, where we have just as many followers and post new content every day. It's been a fun journey so far, and I can't wait to see what's in store for 2021. Happy New Year's, everyone.